Hey everyone, I'm Courtney Courtwright. Thanks for joining me for 9 on the Positive Side. We start with a special moment for a big part of Wheatmore High School's softball team in Trinity. This is 9th grader Raquel Brooks. She's the team's back girl. She's also deaf. She hasn't let that stop her though. You can see her here in the team's final home game of the season. In fact, she got her first chance at bat a few weeks ago. It was something she thought was cool, but something that really moved her teammates.
I cried a lot. I shed a few tears because it was just, she's worked so hard. She comes out here every day. She tries, she practices with us every single day. There's not a day that she doesn't want to be out here. And she just deserved to get some playing time like the rest of us. Rachel taught me to be more patient and to listen, to be able to walk around and talk to people that even though they have a limitation doesn't mean that that stops them from being our friend or being able to bond with us or anything like that.
Such a great moment there. Life on the family farm is still going strong for one North Carolina family, as Chad Tucker shows us. Right now is a pretty sweet time in Stokes County.
You can't buy these strawberries in a grocery store, and they're only here for 6 weeks out of the whole year.
I am filling this box to be 6 pounds. Look what I done.
It's the sweetest time of year.
We try to stock up and get ahead.
You got it, or you want me to carry them for you?
For the Robertson family.
When I was small, my mom and dad had a little half-acre garden in the backyard. I hated it, And I told my dad I would never, ever have a garden. And look now, we have about 30 acres of it.
And this time of year, you'll find many of those acres covered in strawberries.
I've never worked public work in my entire life. I've always been on the farm. Well, this field, we tried something different this year.
For generations, the Robertson family has farmed this land, but it hasn't always been sweet.
Well, in 2015, God told me to stop growing tobacco.
Tobacco was all he knew, but after some tugging from above,
I planted a tobacco crop and I was just miserable. I hated it. I didn't even want to wake up in the morning to work in it, eat them right out of the field.
He turned the fields over. Today, growing fruits and vegetables.
That berry's totally red, so it's ripe, but it's not going to last long. But it's good for eating.
And it sure is. The seeds of farm life.
I just love it.
Have already been planted in his kids, who once played in this soil and today help work it.
I just like to watch stuff grow, really. Put the seed in the ground and watch it grow and come back and harvest it, and there's something about it. I love it.
Colby helps work the fields, while Abby works the stand.
Colby loves working in tractors. Abby likes working up here with the public. It just warms my heart. I just hope they stay on the farm.
Carrying on the family farm tradition. What could be sweeter?
But we truly are farm to table. We are actually picking it out of our fields, putting it in the boxes, and bringing it to the stand for the customer to get it, take it home, and prepare it.
In Stokes County, North Carolina.
There is no middleman. Thank you very much.
I'm Chad Tucker.
And now you love it.
Yes, now I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. See you next time.
There are plenty of ways to get to school, driving, walking, or biking, just to name a few. But what about what you're seeing there? A tractor as a method of transportation. Yeah, take your tractor to school days. Students from a small town in Wisconsin did just that. It's an event that's been going on for years now and organized by the district's Future Farmers of America group.
Pretty cool being able to see everybody come out and support the FFA, but also be able to show off some of their hobbies that some people you might not realize do have tractors at their place, but then they bring them in and it's cool to see all the different ones, different varieties, and see kind of what everybody's favorite tractor is.
It is pretty neat. Olson says their Take Your Tractor to School Day helps get more students involved in their group. One North Carolina woman is teaching people to weave. Grace McFetters is a fourth-generation artist who loves working and creating art with fabric. Her passion grew, and she opened up her own studio in Greensboro. Grace teaches people how to find joy and also her skills.
To know that what I'm doing and what I'm touching
are the things that my mother and her mother and her mother have all touched, and they have held in their hand and worked, spent time and energy and love, and they put it all in those things. And now I get to touch them and love them, and it feels like they're there with me.
In her studio, she teaches just about everything you might think of, from weaving a floor loom to doing it with a frame loom. Legos are opening up a world of possibilities. What you're looking at is Brick World's exhibition at the Wisconsin State Fair. It's pretty impressive. It's where organizers say potential careers can start and your imagination can soar.
It can open up your imagination to the world. It's fun to build with, and you can do anything with it.
You could build anything with them, so you could build whatever you want.
From this great ball contraption to lots of unique builds, organizers say everyone can find something that's for them.
And everybody's going through difficulties, so just be kind to everybody.
Just be kind to everybody, a good motto to live by. Ahead on 9 on the positive side, how one woman is serving up smiles. And what's brewing over at Joe's Coffee? Well, we'll show you, and you'll meet the 19-year-old business owner who started this all. A healthy meal helps students learn. One Wisconsin high school cook adds her own personality into the mix. As Jordan Fremstead explains, her positive energy received national recognition.
You better make sure you smile pretty.
Work done behind the scenes.
So we always have a good fun time.
Does not mean its role takes a seat at the back of the classroom.
No, we're not always seen, but we are always heard.
Holman High School's Stephanie Sheely
God bless that woman.
is busy prepping for the afternoon rush.
It is fast-paced, busy, hard work, and I didn't expect that. Being a lunch lady and all. Have an awesome day, Aiden. Makes me get up and go. Have a lovely afternoon, sweets.
Someone who started as a substitute teacher, who found a love for nutrition in more ways than a healthy meal.
Have a great day, Josie. Josie, you want sauce, hon? If I can make one kid a day smile, then my job is complete.
Her ability to relate with kids is really off the charts.
Always moving, but always smiling. For the students she serves.
They kind of keep you young, too.
Her efforts have flown far from under the radar.
It does feel good, yeah, to be recognized.
Director of Nutrition Services Mike Gasper says Sheely is the first in Wisconsin to win a special honor.
It's quite an accomplishment.
I'm honored to present the 2022 National Employee of the Year to Stephanie Sheely.
Well, I didn't even know there was such an award for Lunch Lady of the Year.
Her humble nature won't allow her to believe she's worthy of the honor, but her students disagree.
She deserves it.
Nutrition leader Sarah Mumm echoes that statement.
I can't think of a person more deserving than this and stuff.
Thank you, everybody.
A moment celebrated by people and a best friend.
Hey, Ruby.
This is about more than her work in the kitchen.
You sweet girl. Yes, you are.
She adds an extra ingredient.
Sweet. Yeah, Noah.
Every day coming in, smile on her face, making everyone happy.
Have a good one, Taylor girl.
I mean, come on, there's 1,200 students and she knows most of their names.
I put little riddles to their names. That's how I know.
Golly, I gotta say, she's one of the coolest ladies there is here.
2:30, baby.
Her personality fills everyone she meets.
You gotta stay positive. You gotta surround yourself by amazing people who are gonna lift you up. To be kind to everybody. You know, everybody has a story to tell.
Passion and joy are written on Stephanie's face.
And everybody's going through difficulties. So just be kind to everybody.
These are the moments where a life in education is defined.
Thank you guys for...
One of those people that your children remember years after they've graduated.
A balanced meal prepared with a little extra love.
Have a great rest of your day, darling. I wouldn't have it any other way. Have a lovely afternoon, hon.
That is perhaps the most important part of this Holman Viking recipe.
Up top! We don't just feed the body, I think we also have to nourish the soul.
This is Jordan Fremstead, News 8 Now, Holman High School.
Her smile is infectious. Now, Shelley will receive an all-expense-paid trip to be recognized in July at the SNA's National Conference in Orlando, Florida. Building bikes for children in need. That's the goal of an effort between the Children's Charity of Iowa and Central College. More than 150 bikes were assembled, and officials did a safety check to make sure they were ready to go to those who need them. Officials know bikes go hand in hand with being a kid. The transportation, exercise, and fresh air that it offers can change lives.
I've been involved with Variety for a number of years, and the children that we help and their families, it's really rewarding to know that we're making a difference.
The kids will also get a lock and a helmet with their new bike.
I'm extremely young at heart.
Just ahead, a 6-year-old is finding her stride on the ice again after staying off it for many years. How she's adjusting to their big return, along with so much more next. A woman in Illinois is finding her passion for figure skating once again. After 30 years of being off the ice, now approaching retirement, she's showing everyone you're never too old to do what you love. Mike Lowe has this story.
There's probably like as young as 4 to typically maybe 18 or 19 sometimes.
At Glacier Ice Arena in Vernon Hills,
A lot of them around my age.
most skaters have one thing in common. How old are you?
11. I'm 17 years old. I'm 16.
Youth. To glide, jump, spin, and stop like this, you have to be young, right?
She looked very graceful.
Have any idea how old she is?
I don't know.
Ooh. But Cindy Krause will be the first to tell you.
I'm 64, I'll be 65 in May.
Age is just a number. Her skills are still as sharp as her skates. She loved ice skating as a child growing up in Edison Park, but she gave it up at age 14 to pursue team sports. It wasn't until she was 47, when her niece wanted someone to skate with, that she decided to dust off the blades.
Your worst day on the ice is still better than your greatest day at work.
Krause fell in love with the sport all over again.
Skating is the closest thing you can come to flying and feel powerful without actually leaving the earth, although you do leave for your jumps.
This month, she jumped into the competition at the U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships, an event sanctioned by U.S. Figure Skating.
And I had no idea that there was an adult community, competitive community. And so I thought, who would I be competing against? Michelle Kwan?
This competition decides the best skaters outside of the elite Olympic level.
Every year as I get older, the skaters get younger because it's from 21 on up.
This year, she was at least 20 years older than the next oldest competitor and nearly 40 years older than most of the others. But she was one of only 4 out of 250 to qualify for the championships from the Midwest region.
And she's still improving at 64. It's like she's defying the age process or something. I don't know.
Her coach, Chris Howitt, skated in the Olympics for Great Britain 42 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I competed at a high level internationally, and I'm younger than her, and I wouldn't, for all the money in the world, I wouldn't try what she's doing. So I can tell you, it is crazy.
The other skaters sometimes look at me and they'll say, do you mind my asking how old are you? And when I tell them, they used to say, oh my gosh, my mom is your age. And now they say, oh my gosh, my grandmother is your age. So I feel like I must be doing something right.
And that is apparent to the teens in Vernon Hills.
She looks like
no other skater out there, and you would never be able to tell that she's 64 years old.
Who marvel at her ageless athleticism.
She's so good for her age.
How would you describe yourself as a skater?
How did I just, oh! Well, so let me tell you, the level that I skate at is called gold, adult gold. And what I do when I'm writing to people in my group, I put the G in parens, old, so old. But only in age, I'm extremely young at heart.
A timeless lesson.
If you can find something that you're passionate about, then you should pursue that as long as you possibly can.
To freeze the day. In Vernon Hills, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
It's not every day that people give opportunities to people my age.
Let's check out what's brewing at Joe's coffee shop. 19-year-old Diego Rojas is making big business moves in Albany, California. He's the owner of this drive-through coffee shop. He says he enjoys making connections with customers, and it's a bond like that that keeps him going.
This guy, he was having a rough morning. I decided to, hook him up with the free coffee. He ended up coming back, and you know what, that really made my day.
The 19-year-old says he's thankful for the opportunity to do what he loves every day. And you don't want to miss this. Up next, the precious interaction between a baby and a seal. I just love this. This could be the sweetest interaction you'll see today. Ambassador Kiefer Sauer and her daughter planted flowers during an activity at the zoo. Afterwards, they decided to take a walk and visit the seals in the underwater viewing area. Well, needless to say, the seals were certainly intrigued by the flower, and Sarah's daughter was equally amazed by the seals, and of course, vice versa. Now, 32-year-old Tanner Germain from Bismarck, North Dakota, is taking being a wingman to a whole nother level. It's for man's best friend. Yeah, he made a Facebook post advertising his 6-month-old puppy, Toby, to the local puppy community. Toby's really cute. He's looking for a date for Toby, or maybe just a new friend. And Tanner, well, he got a lot of feedback and is now in the process of arranging some puppy play dates. He says Toby's type is someone who likes to share toys and, of course, treats. And to the rescue, Greenville police officers saving this cat who they say ran across the road while they were directing traffic. Greenville Police Department officials sharing this post to their Facebook. Thankfully, the officers were able to scoop the little guy up. It happened on Stanton House Road and Memorial Drive earlier this week. They said they might name this kitten Storm, and it's kind of fitting considering the weather that we had that day. And that's all the time we have for now, but let's show you one last thing. This river otter, Thor, who's celebrating his 11th birthday with a cool cake made out of ice and frozen fish. You can't forget the fish. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next time.